A lot of people consider where we are now to be a dark age for cartoons, and I think we need to evaluate that. Hi, it's Ali. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. It's been so long, in fact, that I got a new phone because my other one imploded on itself, and seasonal depression hit, and I got myself a haircut. I did it myself. Can you tell? Anyway, out of everything that has been happening to me over the last month, as always, cartoons have been kind of like this soulless, nice place to go when all else fails. And today, I just want to talk about a pattern that I've been seeing in cartoons a lot, and most other people have been seeing too, and that is the weird world of cartoon reboots. This past year has been very interesting for cartoons, to say the least. And as daytime television starts to look more and more like an abandoned Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic, they've been trying to scrap together the pieces to bring it back to its former glory. A security breach kind of reboot, if you will. God, I can't wait for that game to come out. Now, of course, all of this is being done through cartoon reboots. Some of them good, some of them not so good, and some of them are just make me want to make this video. So today I'm going to go through the good ones, the bad ones, and the absolutely fucking unnecessary ones. So we're going to start off with the bad ones, and number 1 up, or I should say number 10 up, is Ben 10. Every single Ben 10 reboot after the original Ultimate Alien. After that original Ben 10 storyline, everything else after it has just been a disgrace, if we're being honest. I don't understand how we have fallen so far with a concept that is so simple. You get so much to do with cartoons, Ben 10 being one of them. He has 10 aliens that he can literally do whatever. These aliens can be whatever. They have been whatever. And now suddenly, we get these last 2 to 3 reboots, and they've just been it's giving 3rd grade art project, honey. I understand that a lot of these reboots were just made to sell toys, but we could try a little harder. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle reboots keep happening to sell toys, and every single one of those, yes, every single one has been amazing. So I don't understand how Ben 10 can fall so far so fast. Every single one of those reboots that has happened in the past, I think since 2016, has just, it's not been it. It's not been it. The Magic School Bus. Now, I remember when the Magic School Bus reboot first got announced, and everyone was like, yeah, white liberal Miss Frizzle. And now we're like, white liberal Miss Frizzle. Yeah. A lot of these have to do with the art style, but the vibes I get from this, it's not giving. It's not giving. The old Miss Frizzle, I wouldn't be afraid to tell her about everything going on in my life. The new Miss Frizzle would report me to the police. The old Miss Frizzle, as a professor, would tell you to smoke responsibly. The new Miss Frizzle would be like, well, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to turn you in, because that's bad, and it's just not good for the environment and you and yada yada. The old Miss Frizzle would have told me and reassured me that there is life after high school and college, and that you will be able to make it. The new Miss Frizzle most definitely peaked in high school. She's one of those teachers. You know the ones. The old Miss Frizzle would let me go home if I was sick. The new Miss Frizzle would pull that, well, I think we're all tired, and I think we're all sick today. So, we're just gonna tough it together. I think that we can really get through this together, and just be really fucking condescending, and for some reason have a really, really weird obsession with the popular kids in her school. Probably because she's living vicariously through them, because she probably wasn't popular in her school. So, but yeah, that reboot tied with what they did to the brown kids in that show, I can't I can't get behind it. I just, no. Bring old Miss Frizzle back. And give these kids their melanin back, please. I'm begging. The next one I have on here is Looney Tunes Unleashed. No, sorry. Lunatics Unleashed. I don't know what the fuck that is. When I was looking for like a list of cartoon reboots to go with the ones I already had, I saw that, and then I saw this picture. What furry on the original Looney Tunes team was like, yo guys, I love anime, I love furries. Looney Tunes? Free IP right here. Let me see if I can just, no. Did you ever think to just, no?
Stop it. Get some help.
I don't know why this exists. And it definitely was made during a time where everything had to be edgy and low-key anime. There was that time in Western animation where like everything had to be really edgy and really like anime inspired. It was like the golden age of cartoons. It was like right before the golden age of cartoons, actually. Like, in my opinion. And this was birthed out of that. Someone has some explaining to do. I don't know who, but someone has some explaining to do. Speaking of old cartoons that shouldn't be rebooted in this type of way, we have Tom and Jerry. Any Tom and Jerry cartoon that has to do with humans or where they talk, it's just been a no. And this is coming from someone who as a kid used to love the Tom and Jerry movies that like had them speaking. Like as a kid, I loved those movies. I have since grown. I have grown since then and I now understand that the beauty of the cartoon is the fact that they don't talk and it's just shenanigans with Tom and Jerry. Like take out that girl who wants to be Cara Delevingne. I don't even remember her name. She's a wannabe Cara Delevingne in my eyes. Take her out and just have it be Tom and Jerry doing whatever they are doing in this hotel in that movie, and I probably would have watched it. It's the fact that like she obviously was the main character and it would have centered around her and Jerry working together to get rid of Tom. Like it just doesn't. No. And last up in this category, we have Bakugan. The Bakugan reboots. Why do they look like that? Like, why? They look like a how to draw manga book came to life. Or the sequel, how to animate manga. Because this looks like I would have drawn this in like the early ages of my drawing career, which was high school. So early high school, that's probably when I would have drawn it. And honestly, Bakugan isn't the only one. Beyblade, the new Yu-Gi-Oh, all of y'all, chopping block, because what is the reason? And I love Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah. I love the original Bakugan, Beyblade. Actually, the first, like, 3 series of Beyblades. Like, Beyblade Metal Fusion. The original Bakugan. Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Yeah, I like them. You're gonna have to sue me. But whatever is happening now in those realms, like, look at Pokemon. Pokemon is on, like, what, its gajillionth season, and look how cute this shit is. It's so fucking adorable. And somehow, we missed the mark. Somehow, we went to the side. I don't understand. I really don't. We can do better. I just think we can do better. I don't even think the plot is that bad. I just believe that we can do better with a lot of these reboots and the art style. I don't understand. Especially if you're trying to do this to sell toys. Like, you were very obviously all the Bakugan and the Beyblade and Pokemon. Well, Pokemon's good, but like Yu-Gi-Oh! And fucking Ben 10. Like, they're obviously reboots done to make toys. Who's gonna want a toy of that? I don't. Like, who wants a toy of a character that fucking looks like that? I really do not understand. We gotta move on. Scooby-Doo got a reboot? Like, I know there's been, like, reboots, but, like, Scooby-Doo got a physical, like, reboot. And it looks like an Adult Swim cartoon. Like, I don't know if someone said, yeah, we're making an adult, edgy Scooby-Doo and got lied to, and then that's when they came up with this art style, because that's what it looks like. Who is this supposed to appeal to? Kids? Because ain't no kid is watching this. This is very obviously, like, adult animation, like, animation. That's what it is. It's adult animation. And it's just, obviously, someone got lied to. Someone most definitely got lied to, because this doesn't look good. Why does he look like that? Like, why does he fucking look like that? He'd look like he called me a slur, for being honest. Yeah, there wasn't a compliment either, the adult animation thing. I just want to make sure we say that, because adult animation makes me want to barf sometimes. And I have been very lenient with most adult animations, but it sounds like I'm talking about porn. I'm just talking about I'm just talking about adult cartoons. The art styles have just been absolutely horrendous. And I know it's like the whole thing was like, well, we need to move away from it being for kids and yada yada yada, but it's like, do we? I think we can have good art styles and it still be for adults. I'm an adult now. I enjoy good art styles. Like, we could do a little better. Adult animation, oh my god. Now, I know you've heard a gajillion times about the Powerpuff Girls live action reboot that they're trying to do that has since been scrapped, thank god. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the reboot that happened in 2016 that flopped so hard because they were essentially trying to do the exact same thing that this live action one was trying to do, but somehow still got greenlit. Powerpuff Girls has always been a girl power show. It's always been that since forever. I watched it when I was a kid. It's always been that girl power show, and that's okay. Like, I feel like that is needed in this space, absolutely. But the way that they were able to empower, like, little girls was through little girls. They didn't have to go on these big speech tirades. They didn't have to age them up. They literally just like, hey, little girls, you can do whatever. You can play sports. You can be smart. You can be girly. You can literally do whatever the fuck you want. And guess what? You're strong in your own fucking way. That's what the Powerpuff Girls, like, taught us, right? And so that's all you needed to do for a reboot. It's just the same shit. You didn't have to change anything at all. The art style was actually pretty okay. You didn't have to change jack shit. And yet here we are. 2 reboots in, and neither of them have worked at all. And luckily, the live action one just... Every time I think about that, I want to cry. Because I love, obviously, this is a $300 jacket. I love the Powerpuff Girls, okay? Like... one of my favorite cartoons, just like ever. And just the fact that we can't get a reboot correctly. But then again, no one in the writer's room of any new cartoon, unless it's like an indie cartoon, seems to know how children speak. Seems to ever never talk to a child before. Because the way that y'all have some of these the shit that comes out of some of these people's mouths on these shows, even the live action ones, like the new Gossip Girl reboot, the shit that comes out of their mouths, no one talks like that. No, it's like they watched 5 TikToks made by, like, random ass people who try to act like they know what they're talking about, and they don't, as most of TikTok is, and then they decided to make an entire show and characters based off of that. It's weird. It's very weird. But anyway, back to the really bad reboots. We have Total Drama Rama. This is just unnecessary. This is another one of those unnecessary ones. Like, what was the point? The Total Drama IP was for people like me. Like, that show came and went during my time as a child. It is over now. There's like no more reboots of that show, really. They tried for a little bit, but with the original cast, there's no more reboots of that show. So it really doesn't make sense why there is a children's show, like a children's toddler show, based off of the original characters from the original show. Like, who is watching that? I'm not watching that. Are you expecting that I have children by now and that they're gonna watch it and I'm gonna let them watch it because I see that it's like the original characters? Because no, I'm 21. Everybody who has watched that show is between the ages of like 19 and like 24. So I don't really know who the demographic is for this. I feel like we could have just made a new IP with new characters and whatever and had the exact same show. It just doesn't make any sense. And a lot of the personalities, like I've actually watched a couple episodes of this show, a lot of the personalities of the original characters do not translate well. Like, see, Duncan, we all know how Duncan was. He was loud, he was brash, he was rude, crude, like delinquent. You can't really, like, you can transfer that to a kid as like, oh, he likes to pull pranks and he likes to be rude and blah blah blah, but it's like all of them do that. Literally all of the kids do that because they're children. So like he doesn't really stand out as a character anymore other than like his voice, which is weird that they've tried to keep the same voices as well, like just making them like babied. Also, Jude is there. Why is Jude there? Why is he there? I don't get it. Like no, I don't get it. And then Chef is the one taking care of them, which is weird. I mean, I guess we can just be glad Chris McLean, whatever the fuck his name is, isn't there, because he definitely should not be within 20 feet of a child. Have y'all seen that like video dissertation or whatever of like Chris McLean as like an actual psychopath? Because he is. I don't even have to go rewatch the original show. That man is a psychopath. And so I'm very glad they didn't add him back into this show, because it would have been very weird to have this psychopath of a man with these children. And I saved the best for last. Teen Titans Go. Let me say it again. Teen Titans Go. What do I even say here? Like, what do I even say? From the jump, this show was targeted to hurt your feelings as a DC fan. If you're a DC fan, this show was meant to hurt your feelings. You're an original Teen Titans fan, this show was meant to hurt your feelings. It was meant to take all of your hopes and dreams of what could be in the future and just throw it on the ground. Stomp the fuck out of it. Like, off of principle, I have to hate this show, but I'm about to say something really, really, really controversial. The show isn't that bad. I know.
You need to leave.
And it's actually kind of funny. I know, listen.
You need to leave.
Listen, I, like the next guy, off of principle, have to hate this show, because it's 2021 and we're still waiting on a proper animated Teen Titans reboot, and we still haven't gotten it. But the show itself, take all of that away, all of that context away, and just watch the show for what it is. It's kind of fucking hilarious. The jokes are so good. Not all of them. A lot of them still are very much for children, the demographic it is. But, like, in terms of just, like, funny, it's pretty fucking funny. And I hate to say that, because I want Teen Titans as an animated show. Can you imagine what we would get as an animated show? Being a DC fan is so hard. It's so hard. This is my second video about DC. It's so hard. Quickly, I want to get through some honorable mentions before we get to the good reboots. We have the Smurf movies. You're the reason why Trolls exist, and Speed Racer Next Generation. This looks like I was taking a test at the DMV and they had little animations going while I was taking my test. Speed Racer? More like speed limit. Slow down and buckle up, kids. Okay. So on this very, very, very small list of good cartoon reboots we have, and this is, I want to say this first before I get into the good ones. Did not count Transformers. I have not mentioned Transformers just because Transformers is its own world, and to even begin to dive into that, I'd have to start from the beginning of Transformers, like when the OG first cartoon came out, to know that if any of the newer ones have been good. I do know they have a very active fandom though, so I'm assuming that the cartoons like nowadays are still good because they have a very active fandom, and my dad watches them, so it's got to count for something. But anyway, Shira. I don't know what Powerpuff Girls missed on the way to the door, but Shira is right there. Right there. You want to learn how to write, like, about children of today, and you want to write about, like, more topics as it relates to, like, mental health and kids and wokeness or whatever you want to fucking call it. Shira is like the perfect example. That and Steven Universe, but like we're talking about reboots, so Shira is the perfect example of that. So is My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. My Little Pony, like a reboot you never even thought of like before, but like when that shit came out, it was a phenomenon. It invented an entire new word, brony. We had bronies because the show was just that good. I remember watching it as like a joke with my friends one day after middle school, because you know we used to watch South Park and like Malcolm in the Middle and shit, because we were edgy fucking middle schoolers. But we were like, as a joke, we were like, haha, let's watch My Little Pony, and then we watched one episode, and that turned into 2, and that turned into 3. I did not watch the entire show, but we did watch enough, and I watched enough to know that the show was actually really fucking good. And as a show that is meant for young girls to teach them how to be and grow up in the world and to be whatever the fuck they want, Shira and My Little Pony are literally like top fucking tier in terms of like newer cartoons. I don't know what we missed. I don't know why we just have lost the plot, but it's right there. The plot is right there. And speaking of Shira and like DreamWorks Animation, we have to talk about Voltron. Voltron, I'm gonna be very brief because there's a lot I could say. There's a lot I want to say, but that's for another day. Voltron, for what it was a good reboot. It was a great reboot. Animation, mwah. Characters, mwah. Plot, it was. And then after like the 4th or 5th season, but we're not talking about that. As a whole, it's a great reboot, and we could talk about the plot as it like dropped the bag, fumbled the bag, threw it in the trash can. They said, "Whoop!" with that fucking plot, but that's not what we're talking about. As just from a production standpoint, a promotional standpoint, like selling standpoint, Voltron was like a very good reboot, and I still actually would recommend people to watch Voltron, even though the plot went anyway. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. God. Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is one of my favorite just brands, IPs of anything fucking ever, which is weird to say because I only have one piece of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles merch, and it's this like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Zine like calendar I got. That's it. I don't have any other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle merch, which is just, it's weird. Oh no, I have a mask, but like I don't wear that mask like ever. So are you sensing like a pattern? That pattern is that a lot of these like reboots that are good didn't really have super strong original IPs to begin with, other than like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like these IPs didn't have super strong plots to them. They were just characters that were very, very malleable and you could do whatever. And the people backing them, the producers backing the people who wrote and animated these shows, obviously gave them a lot of leeway because of this. And because of that, we have gotten like a gajillion strong shows of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're so good. You can do so much with them. Each like show has been so different from the next, and they're still able to hold up against each other because of this like malleability. Ben 10 has that malleability. Where did we go wrong? Powerpuff Girls has that malleability. Like, if you wanted to change Powerpuff Girls into a plot-driven show, you could do that. But for some reason, we don't. Also, what fits into that category is DuckTales. Again, great animation, great storyline, like original character IP that was very, very malleable because it was just characters, and all you had to do was really stick loosely to these characters and like develop them more, and boom, now you have a hit show. Again, my dad watches this show. That's how you know it's fucking good. And lastly, to round out this category, we have the Looney Tunes show. You want to laugh? Like, you want genuine comedy? Like, not like child like comedy, but like genuine comedy. Like, this could be a fucking stand-up show. Watch the Looney Tunes show. It is so good. Every skit is so well done. Bugs and Daffy's fucking like relationship with each other, it's amazing. Like, I'm pretty sure if I had to sit down with the creators, I'd be like, so are they a gay couple? Because like, just you gave them girlfriends, but like, did you really? Did you really? The relationship. I'm just saying, if you want to laugh, you should watch that show. And quickly, I want to talk about cartoons that need a reboot that I feel like we could do really good. I've already said Teen Titans. I'm not going to go more into that. I just imagine an anime inspired style 2020 like one anime inspired Western style Teen Titans. Like, fucking imagine. Can you just imagine it in your brain for a second? Please. I'm sorry for the person I was just now. The Looney Tunes show, I just want more of it. I know I just said it, but like, I just want more of that show. It is literally so fucking good. And lastly, Conan Kids Next Door. Conan Kids Next Door is up there as like top 5 cartoons, best cartoons of all time, like in my like top list. It's so fucking good. And what's great about this show is that it takes kids from like all over the world. It insinuates that anybody from anywhere who is a child could possibly be a part of Codename Kids Next Door. So you don't even have to do like a years later. In fact, I don't even want that, because the whole part of the show is like, once you hit teenager, you completely forget about the Codename Kids Next Door. So instead of trying to deal with the original characters and trying to figure out where to go with them, don't go somewhere else. Go to a different state, go to a different country, have a bunch of different kids who are running their own like his Codename Kids Next Door like operative like outpost, whatever the fuck, and like that would be really cool. And you could have it happening at the same time like the old show was happening, because then literally you could do a little crossover episode and it would be so good. You could diversify the kids more. You could literally diversify the kids more. The imagination of like having all of the gadgets and all of the like plot lines and stuff, like, it's such a good fucking show, and there's so much you can do with it because it's so open-ended and so malleable. It's literally just kids' imagination, and that is like the best fucking shit. That shit, oh, bottle it up, oh, give that to me, inject that straight into my fucking veins. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I feel so good to like make videos again, like genuinely. I say that like I've been gone. It's been like 2 months, but like genuinely, I'm really happy. I have a gaming channel now. I stream now and I have a gaming channel. So in the description down below, I have a gaming channel. Right now there should be a Hades VOD up, and if I plan out my life correctly, there should be a Minecraft VOD up where me and Luna Tart, my roommate, we play through the new Minecraft update because it looks so good and I can't wait. So yeah, if you want to see more videos like these, if there's a specific cartoon you want me to cover or show just in general, let me know down in the comments below. What if I missed a cartoon reboot that's bad or good, let me know down in the comments below. Give it a like. I don't know why dislikes are gone. YouTube said you're not allowed to dislike videos anymore, and I don't know what that means. So, but give the video a like anyway. And subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe to my gaming channel. Come find me on Twitch. Come find me on Twitter. And literally everywhere else as well. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.